What do you do as your job?
I am a property manager.
What's a property manager?
A property manager can manage properties such as homes, apartments, condominiums, lots of different things. What I do, I'm a property manager of apartment communities. And some of them have apartments with stores underneath, some just have apartments.
Were you ever put down as a child to going towards this job?
Uh, I was never put down as a child. I didn't think I was going to do this job as a child. I am doing something completely different than what I went to college for. So nobody put me down. Everybody encouraged me just to do whatever made me happy and whatever I was passionate about. So no, nobody put me down.
What did you go to college for?
I went to college on the East Coast in a state called Rhode Island. It's a university, and I went to school for hotel restaurant management and institutional management. So I can manage large scale items, things like hospitals, prisons, colleges, universities, things on a big scale. So that's what I went to college for 4 years. And I did that for a little bit. I, I was a manager of a rehabilitation center, like a nursing home, but it was a rehabilitation center, and that's what I went to school for. And I managed that for a couple of years, and then I stopped doing that.
Did you enjoy doing that?
I did enjoy doing that, actually. I enjoyed doing that a lot. Um, I think the hardest part of that job and why I stopped doing it was because I was getting very attached to the patients. And because they were elderly, they would pass away. And so sometimes I'd come into work and I'd go up to see, I don't know, Mary Jane in room 100, and I'd go up to go see her, and she might have passed away overnight. So that part was really hard. And I worked in a very sanitary environment, so I was never able to really go outside. So I stayed uh, in that department a lot, and so that part was hard. So that's why I don't do that job anymore. I like to interact with people.
If you could quit your job, would you?
Yes,
Why?
because I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy my job, but at this point in time with small children, not small anymore, but with kids that are in high school that are going to be going away to college in a couple years, uh, I really don't have a choice because at this point, if I change my job, I'll be making less money. And with two kids in high school and going away to college, uh, we can't really make less money. So I'm going to stick it out until you guys go away to college.
If
So if
you
I could quit, yes, I would.
if you could change your job into something you would want to do, what would it be?
Ooh, I would be a veterinarian. If I could change my job, I would go back to school and I would be a veterinarian. Definitely.
Why a veterinarian?
Because that's what I originally wanted to be. I wanted to do in high school. I wanted to be a veterinarian. So that's what I would do.
If being a veterinarian was your dream job, then why'd you go to college for something else?
Well, because my grades in high school and my SAT scores, and no one really told me I needed to do all these things in high school in order to get into a good college. So my SATs weren't good enough, my GPA wasn't good enough, um, I didn't do enough sports. I did sports, but I didn't do enough sports. So at the time, when I wanted to get into these colleges that were very hard to get into, um, I couldn't get in. I couldn't get in. I couldn't get into the colleges I wanted to, and I didn't really know who to turn to ask. If I had someone that was guiding me and helping me, they they could have said, don't get discouraged. Don't worry about it. Go to a community college, do really well. You can transfer your credits and go to the college you want to go. If I knew that was an option, I probably would have done that and I would have stayed. So at the end of the day, I couldn't get into the college I wanted to do. I wanted to go into. So I was stuck. I had to go to a college that had open enrollment, which basically anybody can go to, and it was a university. And I had to pick from the majors they had. And so out of all the majors and all the things that they had, this was the one that interested me the most. So that's why. So that's why you have to do all of these things so that you can go to college to where you want to go and do what you want to do. That's why it's so important to GPA, volunteering, participate in club, school sports, clubs, all of those things, so that you get to decide where you want to go and you get to pick and choose the colleges you want to go to and do what you want to do.